I'm Doug Lehman of host Barb Giamanco, and we're the Sales Accelerators, talking leadership strategies to improve your sales performance. Barb, you've got a great show. We're talking about strategy or no strategy. So let's strategize.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. So, this is a hot topic for me, Doug. I firmly believe that if you're not seeing results, success results with your sales and your social selling activities, it almost always, 100% of the time, comes back to you didn't start with a plan. You didn't
No plan to fail.
Right. So if you don't have a plan, you are planning to fail, and it's why a lot of people don't see the kind of results that they're looking for. So it doesn't have to be a long exercise, right? You can do this very quickly. It can be a one-page sort of a deal.
I mean, they'll cut you off, which I'm just doing right now.
Yeah,
But
it's okay.
the planning, you got to have a discovery. You got to know what you're talking about.
That's right. So you have to know who the target audience is for you, and it's not everybody with a pulse. You need to make sure that you understand clearly the problem that you solve for them. And if it's different decision makers inside an organization, or certainly in different industries, you need to be sure that your message is targeted and relevant to them. That'll also help inform what social channels you incorporate into your overall social selling mix. And then finally, you need to measure and track. You need to know whether or not your activity is leading to sales outcomes.
I'm going to put it back in layman's terms on this. One, you got to know who you're talking to.
That's
like you
right.
said, you have to convey the V word of value and leverage social to the right social channels. Now, if you're talking to the C-suite, if you're talking to the user of the product, if you're whoever you're talking to, you've got to have that informed information to bring intellect to the target audience.
That's right. And let's talk about the C-suite for a minute, can we?
Sure.
Yeah. So first of all, folks, demoing to C-suite executives is just a recipe for losing out on a deal. At some point, they may need to see a demo of your product, right? If it's technology. Generally, they have other folks in the organization. You get a C-suite meeting, don't waste your time doing a demo.
Right. In some cases, what I've researched on, and I'm doing strategy, is a lot of people in the C-suite, they don't want all the tactics. They're looking at the high level. They have a team. They have a team of people buying in. You must be able to present to every team member, and that's part of the strategy, knowing who you're talking to. But going in with tactics to the C-suite, probably not the best play.
Yeah, no, C-suite executives, they are looking for consultative sellers. Harvard Business Review put out a great white paper last year, and in it, they did a study of executive decision makers. 72% of them, Doug, said that they want to work with people who can solve business problems.
That's a very high number.
Right,
and
it's a big deal.
And we talk about 72%, we can talk about social and research, and that comes down to strategy, research. Let's face it, people, today's buyer, they're more informed, they're more educated at all levels. They need you to present a strategy that solves their problems above and beyond the obvious sales pitches, because they can find that information. They're smarter. We got to adapt.
That's right. And they've already done early stage research. I know a lot of people want to argue this point, but if you think about even us as individuals, what do you do, Doug, when you want to buy a product or a service?
I go online, I research, better yet, I look for referrals and recommendations.
That's right.
And I strategize my buying process.
Yeah, that's right. So strategy is critically important. So whether it's social selling, whether it's just being good in sales, you have to know who you're targeting, what the message is that you're going to communicate. You got to know clearly how you solve problems. And for goodness sakes, adapt your approach based on the buyer that you're sitting in front of.
Strategize your plan.
That's right.
Is there anything else you want to add today?
Just go put a strategy in place, and you'll see that your social selling activities lead to more sales outcomes.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I'm Doug Lehman of co-host Barb Giamanco. We're the Sales Accelerators, talking sales strategies to improve sales performance. Remember to connect, collaborate, and close. Thank you.